Early in his career, the writer who lives here had been known to visit Boston's most popular pub and New York's finest cab company. But it wasn't until a little yellow boy of 10 years old came into his life that he became world famous. Winner of 11 Primetime Emmy Awards, the writer who lives here is Sam Simon. I'm Jeff Berman. Don't have a cow, man, but we're about to enter the right environment.
I know on Taxi, like one of the changes in the business that I've seen is like on Taxi, which is a great show, right?
Right.
Best of all time, maybe.
Perhaps.
Yeah. One of them.
Exactly.
With certainly the talent in that room. There was no one in the room that ever wanted to be a comedy writer.
But you were writing comedy.
I know, but they started, there was, there were English teachers and lawyers and documentary film producers and accountants and, people that just happened to be good at this and ended up on that. So,
Do you think that accounts for why the show was so good?
yeah, I think that's part of it. And I think, I was the first guy that hired these Harvard Lampoon guys to be in primetime.
Right.
And I know, now I think comedy writing is a major at that school. But there was no, underground railroad that got you a job on late night or Saturday Night Live when George Meyer and Al Jean and Tom Gamble and Max Pross. I mean, these guys, they were just doing it for the fun of it and thought they were going to have to get jobs. I think George Meyer was working in a chemistry lab or something crazy.
Really?
Yeah, before he got hired. So I think that originality and your own comic sensibility is helped by just, by not wanting to be hired on, some sitcom at a certain point in your life.
Do you have a favorite episode of The Simpsons?
Yeah, absolutely. It's the first season episode where Albert Brooks is I thought that was our first transcendent, the one where you're watching it and you go, I've never seen anything like this. And Albert was a bowling instructor that Marge was thinking about having an affair with.
Oh, sure.
And it won our first Emmy, and I just thought, there's never been an episode of a sitcom where the wife was thinking about having an affair and you were on his side and you felt bad for the dad and you understood everything that was happening, and then at the same time this is a cartoon and it's more adult than anything, and I thought that was our breakthrough episode. I thought that's the one that you could first see all the possibilities of what we were doing, and that's the one that is my personal favorite.
Well, and it's interesting because you're talking about an animated cartoon, and yet you have a very dramatic story hidden within a comedy.
Yeah. And, the show, obviously it's faster paced and, for better or worse. And, but the bag of tricks was there very early. It was there in the first season. And at the end of that show, which is... it's sort of a shot-for-shot rip-off of Officer and a Gentleman.
Right.
For some reason, it had the same emotional impact as Officer and a Gentleman. So it kind of taught us, I remember Jim saying, there's no such thing as stealing on this show.